Good morning, dear students. Welcome back. In the previous video, we have started with chapter 5, that is education. Today, we'll continue with the same. And the topic to begin with is the Kothari Commission. Now, in the year 1964, a commission was appointed under the chairmanship of Dr. D.S. Kothari. Dr. G.P. Nayak made valuable contributions to the work of this commission. The commission also recommended the 10 plus 2 plus 3 pattern for secondary. Now, children, 10 plus 2 plus 3 is after your 10th standard, that is 10. You can do your higher secondary, that is 11th and 12th standard, and then 3 is your graduation period, that is from first year, second year, and the final year, that is 10 plus 2 plus 3. Then you complete your graduation. Then higher secondary and university education, this system was implemented from 1972. The commission also suggested a uniform national system of education. The inclusion of the mother tongue, Hindi and English in education. Now see, another aspect of this commission was that they added mother tongue or the regional languages like Hindi, Marathi and other mother tongues in the education system, as well as continuing education, adult education, education by correspondence, and open universities to make education trickle down to the lowest rungs of society. Now, see, this open universities and correspondence education, adult education. Now, there were times when people were not able to get education because of many reasons, the family conditions, financial conditions, etc. So, here the education system had made a lot of changes because of which anybody could take education at any age, okay, that is adult education. Then education by correspondence, people started working at a very small age and they were not able to continue with their education. So this correspondence education and open universities were started where you can work as well as you can do your studies side by side. Okay. So it also recommended increased provision in the government's budget for expenditure on education of neglected sections like the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. Now see, there were budget were declared and there was a lot of expenditure or budget was decided for scheduled caste and scheduled tribes children, so that they don't have to pay any amount for a particular course. They can apply because of their caste. They can submit their caste certificate and automatically they would get, they don't have to pay any fees for it, and they can continue with their education. Okay. Maharashtra government adopted the 10 plus 2 plus 3 pattern in 1972 and conducted the first standard 10th board in 1975. So now this was implemented in the year 1972 and the first 10th standard board exam happened in 1975. Next is objective of education according to the Kothari Commission. Now what was the objective of this Kothari Commission? Modernization in education, okay, modernization of education, then social and national integration, then nurture of social, moral and spiritual values, education and productivity, securing and strengthening of democracy. So now see, all these objectives were covered in the Kothari Commission. Moving to the next is higher education. Education in the post-independence era. After independence in 1948, the central government appointed the University Education Commission, whose chairman was Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan. Its functions included financial grants and the standards of university and their coordination. Now see, the higher education was started implementing various grants and schemes for the students' welfare. Okay. Now moving to the next is education functioning of this method. The commission accepted the 5-year plan method, it began to sanction and disburse grants to the university on behalf of the government. Now, see, this commission started giving grants, means financial help to the universities on behalf of the government. The Commission undertakes planning of university education, coordination of syllabi, giving primacy to national needs through education, and the planning and implementation of various schemes of higher education. It has done valuable work in establishing university development councils, centers for advanced studies for post graduation education, then establishing new universities. After the advent of television in India, it initiated the countrywide classroom program, which is telecast by Doordarshan on behalf of the commission. So see, so many changes were made. Even the countrywide classroom, that was the best part which they started. So children, in this countrywide classroom, with the help of this Doordarshan channel, they used to impart education to people around the country, all over the country. Okay, so like we have the online classes now, that time these countrywide classes were there. Moving to the next is National Council of Education and Research Training, that is NCERT. This body was established in Delhi on the 1st of September in the year 1961. Now, what is the main objective of this NCERT is to help the government, to help the central government in matters of school education in the context of comprehensive policy and in implementing educational schemes. Now see, NCERT helps the government, helps the central government to impart these education policies and educational schemes. Okay. Then NCERT was given the responsibility of educational research and development training, extension educational programs, restructuring of school curriculum and textbooks. Now see, it had played an central role in designing school curricula and textbooks with the cooperation of the Central Board of Secondary Education, that is the CBSE. It provides guidance and cooperation in the area of primary and secondary education to the state government. It has been involved in designing workbook and handbook for teachers in teachers training. It develops teaching learning techniques and conducts talent search examination at the national level. So with the help of CBSE, the NCERT could frame new textbooks and the new curriculum. Yes, and then teacher training courses also were there, and in developing teaching learning techniques. Why these courses were conducted? So that the teaching learning techniques could be developed, and conducting talent search examination at the national level. Okay, then SCERT was established in all states of the lines of the NCERT. So this is according to the state-wise these SCERT was set up. Then the Maharashtra State Council of Education Research and Training was established in Pune. This institute performs various functions such as improving the standards of primary education, in-service training of teachers, training in the area of syllabi and evaluation, vocational guidance for students after Standard 10th and Standard 12th exams, and other educational functions. This institute is known as the Academic Authority. It brings out a periodical called Jeevan Shikshan. Okay, so see all of these improving the standard of primary education, then in-service training for teachers, and training in the area of syllabi and evaluation. All these things are done by the Maharashtra State Council of Education, Research and Training, Pune. Okay, children? I hope till here everything is clear. The Maharashtra State Bureau of the Textbook Production and Curriculum Research, that is Bal Bharti, was established in Pune on 27th of January 1967. Bal Bharti prepares textbooks for school children. Textbooks are made in 8 languages, namely Marathi, Hindi, English, Urdu, Kannada, Sindhi, Gujarati, and Telugu. Kishore, a monthly magazine for children, is also published by Bal Bharti. Do you know part is just for your information. Next is the National Policy on Education in the 1986. According to this policy, certain changes of a fundamental nature were brought about in primary, secondary, and higher secondary education in keeping with the changing needs of society. Under this policy, a common core curriculum was framed for all the states. Now, the expectations is that by this means all students in India will get equal educational opportunities. Now, according to this policy, all the children should get equal opportunity for educational needs. This is scope in the national curriculum for individual states to bring in flexibility in accordance with their culture, geographical and historical needs. So now keeping all this in mind, their culture, their geographical conditions and their historical needs, this education policy was framed. The primary education curriculum in 1988 was prepared on the basis of the plan of action designed at the national level for the effective implementation of the National Policy on Education 1986. Okay, now here on the basis of plan of action designed at the national level for the effective implementation was used in the year 1986. So children, will stop for the day. In the next video we'll continue. Thank you. Have a nice day.